In April of 2026, the Social Security Administration quietly implemented a rule change that could put thousands of dollars into the pockets of millions of widows and divorced spouses. No press conference, no primetime announcement, just a policy update buried in the system. If your spouse worked in the public sector, as a teacher, a police officer, a firefighter, a postal worker, a state employee, and received a government pension, this change may affect you directly. And if you're a divorced spouse whose ex-husband or ex-wife worked in government, it affects you too. Here's what happened. For decades, two federal rules, the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset, reduced or eliminated Social Security benefits for people who received pensions from jobs that didn't pay into Social Security. The government pension offset was particularly devastating for surviving spouses. If your deceased husband was a teacher with a state pension and you tried to claim survivor benefits on his Social Security record, the GPO reduced your benefit by 2/3 of your government pension. In many cases, it wiped the survivor benefit to zero. A widow who should have received $2,000 a month in survivor benefits got nothing, because of a rule from 1983. On January 5, 2025, the Social Security Fairness Act was signed into law. It eliminated both the WEP and the GPO permanently. And as of early 2026, the SSA has paid $17 billion in retroactive payments to 3.1 million beneficiaries. Many received lump sum direct deposits with no advance warning, just a larger than expected deposit in their bank account. But here's the problem. Not everyone has been made whole yet. The SSA's workforce has been slashed. Processing times are months behind. A March 2026 letter from Senators Collins, Cassidy, Cornyn, and Fetterman pressed the SSA to grant maximum retroactive payments to protected spouses back to January 2024. But if you're a surviving or divorced spouse who hasn't seen an adjustment, it may not come automatically. You may have to follow up. This video explains exactly who qualifies for increased payments under the new rules, how much you could receive, what the SSA has already done, what they haven't done yet, and the exact steps to take if you believe you're owed money. Welcome to USA Senior Laws Guide. I break down laws that affect seniors in plain language with exact form numbers and deadlines. I'm not a lawyer. This is general legal information only. For your specific situation, consult a licensed attorney. Everything in this video comes from the Social Security Administration, the text of the Social Security Fairness Act, and official congressional records. Links in the description. If you're a widow, a divorced spouse, or you know one, subscribe right now. This is money the government owes you. Let's make sure you get it. Here's the legal background. The windfall elimination provision was created in 1983. It reduced Social Security retirement benefits for anyone who also received a pension from a job that didn't pay Social Security taxes, primarily state and local government workers, teachers, police officers, and firefighters in certain states. The government pension offset was created in 1977 and modified in 1983. It reduced Social Security spousal and survivor benefits by 2/3 of the government pension amount. So if a widow received a $1,500 government pension, her survivor benefit was reduced by $1,000. If her survivor benefit was only $1,000, the GPO wiped it to zero. The stated purpose was to prevent double dipping, collecting both a government pension and Social Security. But in practice, it penalized millions of workers who paid into Social Security during other jobs, and it devastated surviving spouses who never worked in government themselves, but whose deceased spouses did. The Social Security Fairness Act, signed January 5, 2025, eliminated both provisions entirely. No phase-out, no sunset date, permanent repeal. What this means in practice: Three categories of people are affected. Category 1. Retirees who worked in government and also paid into Social Security. If you worked as a teacher for 20 years and then worked in the private sector for 15 years, the WEP used to reduce your Social Security benefit by up to $557 per month. Now that reduction is gone. Your benefit should be recalculated to the full amount. Category 2. Surviving spouses of government workers. If your spouse worked in government and received a pension, the GPO used to reduce or eliminate your survivor benefit. Now that reduction is gone. If you were receiving zero in survivor benefits because of the GPO, you may now be entitled to the full survivor benefit, up to 100% of your deceased spouse's Social Security benefit at full retirement age. Category 3. Divorced spouses of government workers. If you were married for at least 10 years to someone who worked in government, and you're currently unmarried and at least 62 years old, the GPO previously reduced your divorced spouse benefit. Now that reduction is gone. You may be entitled to up to 50% of your ex-spouse's benefit, or 100% if they're deceased. How much money are we talking about? According to the SSA, payments can range from a small sum to more than $1,000 each month in ongoing increased benefits. For retroactive payments, covering months or years of benefits that were wrongly reduced, some recipients have received lump sums of $5,000 to $50,000 or more. The SSA has already processed 3.1 million cases and paid out $17 billion in retroactive adjustments. But there are millions more pending, and many eligible recipients, particularly surviving spouses and divorced spouses, haven't been contacted because the SSA doesn't always have their current information on file. Now, what should you do if you think you qualify? Step 1. Determine if you or your spouse ever worked in a job that paid a government pension instead of Social Security. Common examples: state teachers in 15 states including California, Texas, Ohio, Illinois, Massachusetts, Louisiana, and Colorado. Police officers and firefighters in certain jurisdictions. Federal employees hired before 1984. State and local government workers in non-Social Security covered positions. Step 2. Check if your Social Security benefits were ever reduced by WEP or GPO. You can find this on your Social Security statement, available at ssa.gov/myaccount. Look for any notation about government pension offset or windfall elimination. If you're unsure, call 1-800-772-1213 and ask, "Were my benefits reduced by WEP or GPO?" Step 3. If you were affected, check whether your benefits have already been adjusted. Log into your My Social Security account and look at your current monthly benefit amount. Compare it to what it was before January 2025. If it increased, the SSA may have already processed your case. Step 4. If your benefits have not been adjusted, contact your local Social Security office directly. Don't just call the 800 number. Make an appointment at your local office. Bring your pension documentation, your Social Security statement, and a copy of the Social Security Fairness Act summary. Ask them to recalculate your benefit without the WEP or GPO reduction. Step 5. If you're a surviving or divorced spouse who never applied for benefits because you were told the GPO would reduce them to zero, apply now. The rules have changed. You may be entitled to a full survivor benefit or divorced spouse benefit that you were previously told you couldn't get. Step 6. Check if you're owed retroactive payments. The Senator's March 2026 letter pressed for retroactive payments back to January 2024. If your benefit was reduced during 2024 and 2025, you may be owed back pay for that entire period. Ask the SSA, "Am I owed retroactive payments for the period after the Social Security Fairness Act was signed?" Here's what to do if the SSA hasn't processed your case. Be persistent. The SSA is understaffed. Cases are backlogged. If you call and get told your case is pending, ask for a timeline. Ask for a case number. Follow up in 30 days. If you're not getting resolution, contact your congressional representative's office. They have dedicated staff who can intervene with federal agencies on behalf of constituents. Also, be aware of scams. There are reports of people calling seniors claiming to be from Social Security, saying they need your bank account information to process your retroactive payment. The SSA will never call you and ask for your bank account number. If someone does, hang up. It's a scam. Here's your action checklist. Step 1. Ask yourself, did my spouse or ex-spouse ever work in government, as a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or government employee in a position that didn't pay Social Security taxes? If yes, proceed to Step 2. Step 2. Log into ssa.gov/myaccount. Check your current benefit amount. Look for WEP or GPO notations. If you don't have an account, create one today. Step 3. Call 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local SSA office. Ask, were my benefits ever reduced by WEP or GPO, and have they been recalculated under the Social Security Fairness Act? Step 4. If you were told years ago that you couldn't get survivor or divorced spouse benefits because of GPO, apply now. The law has changed. Those reductions no longer apply. Step 5. If your case hasn't been processed, get a case number, set a follow-up date, and contact your congressional representative if it's been more than 60 days without resolution. Step 6. Share this video with every widow, divorced woman, or retired teacher you know. Millions of people are owed money and don't know it. Next video, I'm breaking down the 4 financial penalties that hit every surviving spouse after their partner dies. The Social Security income drop, the Medicare premium trap, the tax bracket jump, and the Social Security taxation spike. If you're married and over 60, you need to plan for this before it happens. Subscribe, hit the bell, drop a comment. Were you or someone you know affected by WEP or GPO? Did you get your retroactive payment? I read every single one. This is USA Senior Law's Guide. Know your rights. Protect your money. I'll see you in the next one.